Welcome back. Looks like we have to go in this direction right now. Giant Land. And, big surprise, what we would find around here. Okay, okay. You know, a really big surprise. Apparently, Mario can throw giant fireballs, despite being so small. I guess there is somewhat of a benefit to this giant land. Although maybe the reason for the giant fireballs has to do with the piranha plants or anything else that might throw fireballs at Mario. It could be for that reason. Could I get another Koopa shell? One that preferably won't get angry at me? There we go again. We got the red Koopas bouncing around like that, like a green Koopa normally would. I gotta wonder. Still, kind of forget. What happens if you bounce on... well, if you stomp on one of those bouncing red Koopas, they lose their wings and they walk to the edge. Are they gonna turn around like normal red Koopas? I still don't remember that. It's gonna get really confusing again. Okay, so maybe piranha plants were not the reason that Mario's throwing giant fireballs. Maybe Giant Land was courteous enough to prepare Mario for the worst. Oh, you didn't necessarily need fireballs for that. Oh. For some reason, the blue block. The giant one still didn't knock open that question mark block. Hate when you hold it really too close to the edge. Okay. So, giant fireballs and, probably a small fire flower. That's kind of weird, though. Giant fireballs, but small ice balls. I'm not sure. Yeah, it probably has to do with the graphics, though. Not exactly a recolor. Okay. So, move on from that to Forest High to the clouds. So, I think I know where we are going here. From the forest, we gotta go to the clouds. Exactly like the title says again. Of course, there'll usually be enemies like the hoops to try and keep me from the clouds because they want them all to themselves. Well, remember, greed. Of course, if Mario gets greedy, Princess will probably hate his guts. So, oops, ever learn that? I hope they can learn it. But probably not when Mario is around. So, I just have to wait. The pot will never boil if he looks at it. So, just be patient. It'll happen. And then, of course, you can finally save this place from destruction. Save Yoshi, too. Maybe they don't want Yoshi to be saved. Maybe they want the Yoshis to remain kidnapped so that they don't get eaten. Well, something was bound to happen to them anyway, regardless of whether or not Yoshi was there. Even if Bowser was not responsible, Mario still probably could have come with some sort of net or knife or anything particularly graphic. So let's not lose grip of this vine, or things could get graphic again. Mario will have to punch out a wall, or maybe do something even more painful than that, especially painful on his hands. Suddenly, the music changes, so we're in the same kind of setting. Gotta learn to walk on the hoop stars more often. Sometimes climbing is not exactly that reliable, and when they go up, you have a bit more control if you're standing, it would seem. I just don't get it. They're not even flat. They're kind of round. Even if they're not round, again, they're still not exactly flat, so if Mario stood on them, he'd probably slip. So there's something to it. I hope it's not something in Mario's shoes that's really painful to them. Save that pain for after Yoshi is rescued. That'll probably be... okay, I don't know if it's exactly going to be painless. It's probably not going to be painless, but in the case of Mario, that's not going to be painless either, and it's not necessarily going to guarantee an enemy's death. Goombas and the Koopas without the shells, maybe. Maybe. Oh. So now, a little bit higher. Maybe we gotta pay to get up there. Bribery to show that we were good. That oxymoron again. Okay. So, another 4,000. I'm not greedy enough to take the 1-up this time. At least from the goal. I'll save that for someone else. So now, a little bit higher. And then even higher than that! A cloudy way. And the return of the music. Back to the past again. Ooh. Always weird on his ears when he's somewhere newer like this. But still nice to see those horizontal flying green Koopas as opposed to the red ones. A little hint of the past. Forget if they were in... I think they were in Super Mario Bros. 3 as well. Oh! Certainly not in the past. Platforms abruptly change direction left to right. So maybe the Super Mario Bros. 1 music was an unusual way to balance it out. Because those new platforms, old music, we're stuck in the middle now. So, I don't know if we're going to be stuck in the middle in terms of us being in the clouds right now. I don't know if there's going to be anything higher than that. We're probably at the top right now. We were probably stuck in the middle before. Just when we had entered that first pipe. We went up the mountain. Maybe up the cliff, maybe. I don't know if it's exactly a mountain. So we'll take another Koopa again. What's in there? Again with the money. Yes, I can definitely tell it's a cloudy way. I don't know how much of this has been in how many of these platforms, other than of course the question mark blocks, have not been clouds. Well, we got the bricks. The bricks, the question mark blocks, possibly the enemies. Aha, there we go. Now we got some green. Now, is that gonna sink? Nope. It's perfectly stable. Out we go. And another cloudy way onto Fun with Beetles. Am I gonna need a leaf for this? Or am I gonna want a leaf for this? I probably don't absolutely need a leaf, but it would certainly make it easier. And where are the Beetles? I don't see any type of beetle yet. Oh, there they come. Not flying upwards, though, after you jump on them. And that's the end of those Beetles. I wonder if we're going to have any more. Or if he was supposed to embrace them, if that was his only opportunity to do so. But it wouldn't seem so. He gets a second chance at it. Just a few small doses at a time. But again, really, really slow. Wonder how many times in auto-scroll levels we go a full screen without encountering any enemies or question mark blocks, because Might have happened a number of times in this episode so far. And definitely in other episodes. Bowser's Brain Control Takeover. What was that? Yeah, okay, maybe that one doesn't really count, because still had to deal with an annoying sun. So, a bit more fun with Beetles, maybe to get the sun out of his mind. At least they're not gonna try and chase him down. Stay up at the top, try and have the upper hand. Or upper flame. Not even gonna be flames, though, at least from the Beetles. Unless they do know how to breathe fire, which I highly doubt that they do. Okay, so then with the auto scroll, and back to the green again. The second time, only for maybe a second or so. Alright, so from that, we'll continue this fortress next time.